Hi, my name is Ryan Carter, and this is my autistic and deaf brother, Ty Carter. What's up, bro? Today, we are going to be reviewing the Dagoma Neva 3D printer, which is a Delta-style 3D printer in the way that it has 3 parallel Z-axes that all rise up in the Z-axis. What this printer is a plug-and-play 3D printer for mainly beginners. So if you are into the world of 3D printing, I highly recommend this 3D printer. It is as simple as plugging in the power and you got it to work. So the main features of this 3D printer would be the 7-inch diameter by 8-inch height of the build volume. So the build platform is 7 inches in diameter and you can build up to 8 inches. And it also has a filament runout detection sensor. So if you were to run out of filament, if you had a low spool, or if you knew you were low on a spool, it would automatically stop the print and pause it where you were. And if you press the button again, you can resume with a new spool of filament, either of the same color or of different colors. It also has the amazing feature of auto leveling, which will help you get a better first layer for your prints, so your prints will stick and your prints will come out perfect. It also has a larger nozzle, or it's a standard nozzle, a 0.4 nozzle, even though you can print up to 0.2, which is a higher resolution. The main feature of this Dagoma 3D printer would be the one button. The simple one button allows you to pause, start, and stop a 3D print. So its simplicity is exaggerated, and to the point that all you have to do is put a G-code file from your slicer into the SD card, plug it in, and press the button. What will happen when you press this button is the printer will level and it will start heating up slightly, but it will also probe itself in multiple places to get your perfect first print. Now, this printer was made to mainly be available for children and other beginners. So its ability to basically be safe from harm or safe from burns, and its simplicity leaves less to think about when you're printing. So there's no errors, there's hardly errors, and there's barely any mistakes. Right now we have the probing going on, or the auto leveling section, which it will probe the outside, then it will go to the inner side of the 3D printer build platform. And what this ensures is your first layer being absolutely perfect. Once it's finished probing, it will start to prime itself, and it will extrude a small amount of filament, and it will start printing. It will do everything and take care of everything inside of it and level your bed so you have that perfect print. But there is a little thing about this 3D printer that does not really excess the $400 mark. Now, this printer does not have a heated bed, which means that it can only print PLA, and that is actually a good thing for a 3D printer made for children. ABS tends to, or other filaments, tends to have a poisonous aroma and white smoke. But this printer, since it only prints in PLA, it's not toxic. So it's safe to have around your kids, and it's safe to have it in the same room as you while you are in the living room. So this is a nice common household 3D printer.
Here we are in the Neva's simplified version of Cura, which I say simplified because it is extremely simplified. Now, this version of Cura will have your regular filament type, your temperature settings, your filling density, your quality settings, your printing supports, or your support material that you will be using for prints with overhangs. And you can have the option, which is absolutely spectacular, to improve your adhesion surface, meaning that if you have a STL with a small footprint but does get wider over the printing time, you will need a better adhesion surface to increase the chance of a completed print. So if you do not want a failed print and it's very long and it has a small footprint, you might want to select the improved adhesion surface. And all you need to do to get started with this version of Cura is to go into your downloads or wherever you put your STL files, drag and drop any old STL file that you want, and boom, it appears right before your eyes in this version of Cura. Now, what you can do with this STL file is you can either mirror it, scale it, or rotate it to whatever direction you would like. Now, I will be using the scale, and I will scale it to 50% so it doesn't take too long to print. And I have my settings already set up. And once you finish with your sizing, you will get the new option to color change. And what this does is let you view a layer that you want to pause the print at, so you can eject the filament and place a new color of filament inside of it. And once you finish in putting the new filament, you can press the button again and it will resume at its paused position, and it will complete in that different color that you put it. And you do have multiple choices to where you can pause it for multicolored prints. And once you are done with that setting, you can select prepare the print. This will bring up a save window, which lets you view the name that you will be saving your file under and where you will be saving it to. I will be saving it to my SD card. You will keep the name Dagoma 0 because the Neva can only read the first file on your SD card. So what you will want to do is keep this name Dagoma 0, and when you print, it will bring up this file or this replace window to replace whatever file you already have in there that's still named Dagoma 0. Now you will replace and you are ready to start your print.
So, all in all, my feelings for this 3D printer stays the same. It's the best in my eyes. It does end up exceeding my expectations with every single print. The beginning prints, I expected them, hey, you're gonna find some impurities, you're gonna find some other things, and you're gonna find some string, you're gonna find all this other stuff that you don't need, right? Nope, it didn't. It smacked me in the face with immense quality, and it's just too good. The quality was just amazing, and it smacked me in the face with it because I thought, oh, this is a cheap printer. It's a cheaper printer. It's not gonna print as well as all these expensive printers like the Ultimaker 3 or all these other different printers like the Taz 6 and all these other printers that are like thousands and thousands of dollars. But no, you can get this printer for a low cost, and it's well worth it. It's a well worth it 3D printer. This printer is well worth the $400. One is simple to use and it's easy to use, and it produces some of the best quality options that I've ever seen in a 3D printer. Right now, I see it as one of the most perfect printers I can have, or anyone can have, and that's my real final thoughts on it. It's a blast to have, it's a blast to play with, it's a blast to toy with, it's a blast to print with in general. And that's my real final thought on this 3D printer. And I would like to thank you guys for giving me your time, giving me your patience. This is my first review on YouTube, and it's my first video on YouTube. I would gladly love if you guys conductively criticize me, and that does not mean oh my gosh, you suck, you did this too much, or no, you did this, you need to do this. That's not constructive criticism. It's targeting. I'm just joking. But I would gladly accept your conductive criticism. I do like to take in conductive criticism, and I definitely advise talking to them about really the 3D printer. I do advise talking to them about this 3D printer and giving them a chance to give you a more in-depth review of what I didn't cover. If there's anything I did not cover, please tell me. I will probably make a future video about a follow-up. Maybe a follow-up, a better quality follow-up on this 3D printer, probably after a couple more months, because I've only had this 3D printer for about, I want to say 2 months now, almost about 2 months, and it's been a fun 2 months. It's been the best 2 months I've had with any 3D printer, and that's it. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you guys so much again. With that, say peace out.
Action.
Hello, my name is Ryan Carter, and this is Tie Down.